The fourth Bitcoin halving is coming up on April 20th, which you may have heard is the same day as the Jupiter-Uranus conjunction in Taurus. So we know that Jupiter expands things and brings good fortune. Taurus is about value and money, and Uranus is about unexpected events and decentralization and tech. So that seems to indicate that cryptocurrency, much of which is decentralized, is where the energy is telling us that our money system is heading. I totally agree with that, but the divine feminine also plays a crucial role because feminine energy is rising on Earth along with ascension. Needless to say, most of the world of cryptocurrency and of legacy finance is steeped in toxic masculinity. This obviously isn't sustainable, and the Pluto Return of Capitalism indicates that what isn't working in those systems will have to collapse. But what's really exciting about this point in history, in my opinion, is that the decentralized tech actually empowers us to rebuild new economic systems that are mindful of a healthy balance of masculine and feminine energies from the ground up. That's what Seeds is working to do. And I'm really excited to see where the energies are going to take us because more support for that seems to be coming in. So just as the United States has been undergoing its Pluto return in recent years, something that I haven't seen discussed by anyone at all, and at least of any of the astrologers that I listen to, is the fact that, when we're looking at the Pluto return of the US, we're looking at a chart dating back to 1776 when the Declaration of Independence was signed. In March of 1776, Adam Smith published The Wealth of Nations, which is widely regarded to be foundational to the framework of capitalism, which we're still trapped within today. Smith famously wrote this quotation about how the butcher, the baker, blah, etc., aren't feeding you dinner out of their own goodwill, but out of their own self-interest. But what's hilarious about this, and also deeply tragic, is that as Smith was writing these words, he was living with his mother, which he did for most of his adult life. So his mother was cooking his dinner and serving his dinner. And we can assume that a mother probably isn't feeding her child exclusively out of self-interest. So even though Adam Smith saw this demonstration of feminine nurturance and feminine value on a daily basis for the majority of his life, he was too dumb to recognize that that had a place within the economic system that he was designing. And the legacy of that is that late-stage capitalism has no understanding of feminine energy. It devalues nurturance, it devalues creativity, it devalues feminine people. It doesn't, by design, leave a space for that to be resolved. The system itself is going to have to be transcended and rendered obsolete. This is what Seeds is working to do. Using decentralized tools, we figured out a way to allow people to build abundance through giving. Nearly 65% of donors to charities in the US are women, and women still own something like 1% of the world's property, which is a whole other conversation because property ownership is a weird fucking thing. But you know what I'm saying. Because Adam Smith centered self-interest at the core of his stupid economic system, at the exclusion of all else, that meant that we're stuck in a system where nonprofits are necessary. So Seeds is working to transcend this nonprofit for-profit binary by allowing people to build wealth through giving. Because when you help someone in need through Seeds, you receive Seeds cryptocurrency in thanks, so that if and when the market goes up, you not only already have this gift that made a net positive because you helped someone and it didn't cost you anything, but if the market goes up further, then you're seeing even more benefits because you helped someone out when they needed it. A system like that is so much more aligned with the decentralization themes that we're seeing, with the divine feminine energetic themes that we're seeing. It can get us away from this transactional zero-sum extractive system that is literally almost 250 years old and is ready to go. We've outgrown what that system has accomplished. I used to be a pro stock trader in Chicago and also on Wall Street until the misogyny drove me to quit. When I discovered Bitcoin in 2013 and started trading it, I was super excited about the tech because of what I recognized to be its potential to rebuild these discriminatory, fucking stupid, old economic systems. And so that's what Seeds is. But we still exist within the confines of this old system. So what I've realized it makes sense to do now is to use the knowledge that I've garnered as a professional stock trader who then started buying Bitcoin in 2013 to help people benefit from cryptocurrency generally today, so that nice people who are, artistic, who have a lot of feminine energy, who are working for social good causes can be benefiting from these tools as well, instead of the stereotypical crypto bro. But the whole reason I'm doing any of this is because I want to uplift Seeds, because I see Seeds as a way to get us out of this old extractive zero-sum economic system that Adam Smith designed a long ass time ago when he was living with his mom. We're ready for something better, and the big limitation is that not very many people know about seeds as a project yet. So if you've been thinking about similar things, if any of this resonates with you, take a look at the link in the description and consider making a gift to someone in need through seeds, and you'll get seeds and thanks. The more people who engage with the system, the better it works, and you can redeem a seed to ask for help and receive that help with no strings attached yourself. There's something about that I think is on trend with where we're heading also, in that when you're redeeming a seed to ask for help, you're saying like, okay, I need this seed to be worth $2,000 to cover my rent or whatever it is. And the community has to agree with you and provide that $2,000. But in doing so, it's like it's saying that that seed that you redeemed is worth that $2,000. Something about that and the personalization of a unit of currency, I think, is also in line with where the energies are taking us. It's helping us to get out of the confines of an overly regimented old system. For the Marxists, I think that there was a paucity of feminine energy in his way of thinking and certainly in his philosophy as well. There isn't much presence of the idea of feminine contribution in his writings at all that I can recall. We need to move into this idea that abundance is available to everyone, and therefore we need economic systems that can actually model that, because abundance is available to all of us and it's accessible to everyone. If we just remove the stupid gatekeepers, if we understand that money isn't real, it's totally made up, and we use the technology now available to us through tools like seeds to reimagine and rework the way the money flows.